welcome back everyone. On this episode we are going to trim all the edges that I fiberglass last week and start putting the toilet boards in, the flooring. Just going to be focusing on the toilet for the next couple of weeks, trying to get it bonded and fiberglassed. Just tidying up around here. It'd be nice to get all the boards off the seating area and just crack on with the toilet. Okay, let's crack on with it. Okay, and like I said, so what I want to do now is clear all of this off. I mean, we've got toilet walls, we got the toilet floor, the stringers all sat there, all messed up. The supports, so if I can get all of this off now, I can also jack it up from the middle, get it to where I want it, and then when I put this board, the main front board in, which is going to be fiberglass to the ceiling, that's where the support's going to come in, along with the anchor locker and maybe the kitchen wall. Don't know what I'm doing with that yet, but so I reckon tidy it up first, and then I'll jump over to here just so I can cut this off, because obviously I'll get up in and out on here, so I don't want to catch it. It's very sharp, and just give it a little hoover, clean all the mess up from the double bed. But yeah, let's carry on with that then. Okay, and that's all the toilet walls, stringers, floors on this side for now. This is my spare piece of wood, the inch, just in case I need any. Probably use it for a transom or something, but it's a lot tidier. I can walk around now. I also trimmed that up, and then where it curves around onto that board, it was hanging over, so I just trimmed all that up. And behind there was a couple bits, so you might be able to see on a time lapse. I think the next thing now is to get this ceiling jacked up into place where I want it. I'm thinking cutting this probably about there, keeping that, and that will go along there, and then I've got another piece there that will tee it up. Probably try and get most of the support here, closer to that end, because this will be reinforced with all that and that, and I think this is the flimsiest bit. So yeah, like I said, tee it, go down. I've got a bottle jack there that I'm going to use just for now, jack it up into place, and then we'll get the toilet boards into place and see how it's looking. Okay, and that's it jacked up. I changed my mind with the tube one by one. I just put a 3-inch plyboard up there, spread the load on that, bottle jack for now, and I'll put a picture of the before now, and then you can see how much is actually closed in now. That's almost touching. You can see slightly, because there was another patch job here, So it really did come down and crack. So that side looks a lot better. That side I think was pretty much covered anyway with the patch job that they did. But you can see pretty much all of them are closed up now, just by, I would say, 1.5 inches. So when this was just coming out, it just touched the roof, so that much. It is about 1 inch, 1.25 inches. Makes a big difference. And now when I put the toilet wall in, it will sit here or somewhere along this line and support the whole roof, bonded in fiberglass down the sides. The anchor locker will also just give it the extra strength, along with the back toilet wall, which will be bonded to that frame where the deck is, and then obviously that one as well. It's going to be, it definitely be stronger than what it was. So I think now we'll do a dry fit of the toilet, even though I have, you know, I have tested it and done it when I cut it all out, but you just don't know if just doing this little movement could have changed something. So we'll do that, and then I can work out what I need to bond in first, or like I said a couple episodes ago when I was doing the toilet, I might even screw the board into the seating area as well, just for extra support. But yeah, let's try the dry fit. Okay, and that's that toilet. Apart from that one piece and the floor, but that is all back in. Stringers fit perfect. That board will need raising, and then I'll screw it to the bottom of the seating and the stringer just to support it. I will probably have to put, for now, a little board in the corner, just where it's so, because it ain't bonded in or fiberglass. You can see I want to try and make this nice and flush, which I'll just use this and just screw it in for now. It'll have a couple holes, but I can fill them in and paint over them or whatever I've decided to do with this. Before I do bond it in though, I have to try and measure, because what I'm going to put in here is a cassette toilet with a hatch on the side here, so it's be a nicer one. I've got to try and work out how far that comes out, then work out where I want the door, making sure it don't affect that, or so I'll try and work that out. But I think first I will get this board up into place, screwed into the side, even if they're temporary screws for now, which just means that board will be in place ready to go then. Okay, just a quick update. I've done a little bit off camera just to test it out, see what I think of it. So what I've done at the moment is taken the wall off of the back so I can get in and out, and I've put the floor down, and what I've done is I've drawn a line across the top of the floor, so that would be the bottom of the door, and then up in that corner you can see I've just screwed a bit of wood to it at the moment, and that's perfectly flush outside. and then I've put this single board in. So I've worked out the measurements, not on here, but for the cassette toilet, I think it comes out to 400, so roughly about here. So that's where I need probably 2 to 3 inches, then the door can start. And then it's trying to work out, looks big on camera, but it's going to be quite a short door. I don't want to go cut it all the way to the top either. I want to leave that so I can fiberglass all that into a solid. So I need to draw the doorway out, get a rough idea what I'm thinking, which should be tomorrow now. I've got to go and fix the car. I think the something's wrong with the car anyway. So I'll probably see you tomorrow. Okay, new day today. Got the tape measure, I forgot it yesterday. That's why I probably didn't cut it. So my main thing today is to measure the 400 for the toilet and get this doorway cut out. So I'm not always trying to climb behind there, I can just go through here. So yeah, we'll crack on with the cutting of the door. Okay, and that's the door frame all cut out. I can easily get in there and do the work now. I decided to go with this pattern just to go with it. It's just over a 4-foot door, so it's quite, it's a nice size. I mean, it's only a small toilet anyway. I've left that panel off for now. That's what the back one will look like, and then the one will come across. And then the cassette toilet, like I don't know if I said yesterday, but I'm going to put a full one in there with the electric flush. You can normally get them from caravans or whatever. And then what they normally come with is a door that will be cut into this wood here. So you can just pull the toilet bit out, nice and easy. So I just had a test, I don't know if you see it on the time lapse, but I wanted to make sure I could get that flooring through this opening. I know obviously it's big enough, but with this coming out and the angle I have to put it in, but it worked perfect. So I know that can now be put to one side and go in last. So I think the next stage is, just trying to think here, done the door, bonded that together, well, screwed it together for now. With this sort of flooring, I need to make sure I'd go in stages. So if I put something in like this back wall has to go in before I put those stringers at least up halfway, otherwise you're not getting that back wall in. But gonna start with this one, I think. Gonna bond this in. and go with that. Try and get it all lined up properly, which I think I've pretty much lined it up now anyway. Sits quite nicely. The original toilets, the wall stops here, so like I think I said in previous video, I've extended it that much because there used to be a shelf there and wasted space, and I just thought, wow, the toilet would be bigger, and if I wanted in the future put a sink in here, that'd be a nice work around it. But enough talking, I am going to take this floor out and try and work out my next step. Okay, I've just done some adjustments on this one, raised it up, and this one I've raised it up a little bit as well, just so the top is a little bit tighter, and I can put loads of bonding at the bottom to hold that up anyway. So I think the next step working out is on this board here, behind where the seat meets the board, resin wash that. Same as this bit down here facing this way, resin wash that, and that. Same as this little bit here, which I'll do today, and that can cure. And then I can put that in place and actually bolt it to the seat and leave it, and bond and paste it without worrying about if it gets damp, or if, you know, where people sat down, if any water leaks from the windows or anything, if it gets down there, I ain't getting to that. So it's best to be safe. Okay, so that's the next step. Okay, and that's then resin washed. That one is the back side of that. So I've done the whole board, because once it's in place, I ain't getting to that. The only time I'm going to get to that is when I cut the hole, but that won't be just yet. And then what I've done is, whatever board is against another board, I've resin washed that, so they're ready to go now. Same as that, and then same as the doorway that's facing this way. And I thought, well, I'll go add a little bit extra, I'll go all the way up. If it needs sanding down, it needs sanding down, but I probably will resin wash it ready for either painting or carpet or whatever I decide to do. Might even go for the resin wash look. Looks quite nice. But that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully I can get back here tomorrow, get these into place and start bonding them in. Okay, and it's a new day, all dry now, so that's all good. What I'm going to start with today is going to be get that wall screwed in and start bonding. I'm going to do what, for now, my original plan was going to be screw it in and then put a board inside the seating to clamp it together. I'm going to do that, get it all into place, ready to go, and then at least I can bomb that one in, and go from there really. Okay. Okay, just quickly got that wall up as well. Tied it in at the bottom and at the top, so that is actually in place now. That's where I want the board. It's also screwed in, like I said, down the bottom. Which joining these together actually puts this one into place where I want it. Fits perfect. See where the original one come across there? That's just because when they did the floor in here, they come out here up to about here and then went in for the cupboard, and then the cupboard sat there, or cubby or whatever you want to call it, where I've actually gone wider at the back. But anyway, enough of that. So really, I just want to double check this board's lined up with the next one that goes here. Then I'm ready to bond it in all the way around. I'm even going to go overboard and do towards the seating and actually fiberglass this in when it comes to fiberglass, just for extra. I won't do the face here just because there's not much really, but it will be supported there, which will support that even more and support the seating a bit better. But yeah, enough talking. This. Okay, just a quick one before I start bonding that. I know I keep stopping it, but I've got that one in place, should I say. And this, if you can see the line just here, maybe I've gone around there. There's a separate board. This is a separate board. So what I've decided to do is I've got some spare 9mm. Is I'm going to reinforce this. So I'm going to put another whole piece on there, and that'll tie them two together, which, if you can see, will pull that wall straight with that one, which will line up with that. So if I can do that and get that into place, I can actually start bonding. Sorry about the camera work, it's a bit small in there. Probably better out here actually. Yeah, so I can bring this flush with that, put a full board behind it, which will hold it into place, which then means I can actually just carry on bonding the rest of this up. Yeah, and go from there really. Okay, and that's that. I went above the floor on this, just so the floor can sit on that nicely. And it's really put them together nice, and it's gone into a straight line now, so I can bond all of that up. I've even screwed the bottom one stringer in for now, just to push this floor at the bottom part out. That's probably gonna be it for this week. I know it's already a long video. I think it's gonna be next week now I can get all this bonded in, because I'm looking around and thinking, okay, I want to sand a little bit down there so the bonding fits nicely, or you know, just bonds nicely, should I say. And also up here, I totally forgot. Just, you know, rushing so much, it's sort of missing stuff. I want to be able to sand that down and get a nice fiberglass. But yeah, so that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers.